Welcome back in with King Family to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for a British Grand Prix. Uh, it's going to be an epic event, and we see two legendary drivers and Lance Stroll getting a 10% buff with a few parts as well. All right. One question though: why did Hutch give two suspension the 10% buff? Out of all of the parts, they couldn't go with a suspension on another part. Anyways, it is what it is. Now, this is the offer I was talking about when the cash grab event occurred. All right, as you can see, we have Lance Stroll and the parts in this crate, and one of the 10 of that crate is going to be 8,300 bucks as usual, and then you're going to have the legendary crate offer for 4,000 for the 10x crate. All right. So why wasn't there this offer in the cash grab event? Because it was two legendary drivers, maybe it was two legendary drivers, so they uh, got the need to upgrade those legendary drivers, priced 8,300 for two. Who knows? Maybe. All right, so we're gonna be jumping into the British Grand Prix here. Uh, we 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 do have Lance Stroll somewhere about there. We're gonna see if we can upgrade him. But for now, we're gonna go into the contenders division as we are are currently maxing out Series 9. We don't really have Champions Division parts to go up into those into Champions Division just yet. So we're gonna stick with uh, the legendary. We're going to stick with contenders for all races. All right, so we're going to be jumping into our first race here. It's going to be on Silverstone, where speed and tire management is going to be the order of the day. You do get 5 pit pass trophy for using one of the legendary drivers. I currently don't have any of the legendary drivers, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying any of the crates offer, the legendary offer just yet. Maybe later down. I'll see if I feel the need to do so. All right, so let's go see what we could do with or Leclerc and or Bortoleto here in our first qualifying race at Silverstone. Let's go. Here we go for our first race on Silverstone. Hopefully it's no safety car. There is no safety car here to screw us over. I think in 2023, somewhere about there. All right, hold on. Let me get the Nazir boost here for race start tire management. Oh, we need tire management and speed. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go. I think we were going to go with the Nazir. All right, let's just go with the speed boost here. Yeah, we're not going to go with the best selection so far. Both drivers on mediums. 8 laps. Isn't Silverstone supposed to be 7 laps? Anyways, we're getting a pretty okay start from our Leclerc here. He's making up some places. He got an okay start. Using up this speed, he's going to have a little bit of extra power unit compared to Bortoleto as well. Should have extra power unit because of the extra power unit he gets from the boost. And as you can see here, Leclerc power unit is basically finishing before Bortoleto there. So no difference there. Interesting how he didn't get any effect there. Charles Leclerc. Alright, we're gonna line up our DRS. We're gonna use it right here. Use DRS here. See if we can pick off a few in the corner as well. Alright, so we didn't manage to pick up too much as our Bortoleto is behind. We're getting 3 laps, 2 to 3 for the soft tires for Bortoleto, and 3 to 4 for the medium. So we're going to go for 4 laps with Bortoleto on his mediums. We're going to go for 3 laps for Leclerc. Leclerc is kind of struggling here. Don't know what's up with Charles Leclerc here. Gonna use up some of that DRS. Use up that DRS with Bortoleto as well. See if he can squeeze P16. There he goes. Alright, Leclerc is struggling a bit here on these medium tires. We're going to bring him in. Bortoleto going around for the 4th lap as we boost Leclerc in. And we're going to bring back Bortoleto to the medium tires to go to finish for a 1 stop for him. Boost that DRS with Bortoleto. Can he squeeze P13? Yes, he can. Alright, I'm going to charge a bit with Leclerc. But I was expecting Leclerc power unit to be a little bit more than Bortoleto, and here comes a safety car. We got in with Bortoleto. We could go in with Leclerc here. We're gonna go around for the other lap, and then we're gonna go in with Leclerc then. Alright, because the safety car isn't out, so we're gonna go around for 1 more lap, and then we'll just come back into pit with our Leclerc then. Yeah, so I was saying, back in like 2023 season, Hutch did remove safety cars from GP events. It was deemed to be unfair for some players because not everybody is going to get the safety car. This is why they make the wet races 100% wet, because some players would have gotten the races wet, while some other players would have not gotten them wet. We're going to go back in with Leclerc here. So they deemed it to be unfair for some players, so don't know why the safety cars are back in the events. It is what it is though. Because a player who gets a safety car in a bad position basically is going to lose a lot of points compared to a player who did not get any safety car at all, compared to a player who's going to get a safety car in a great position. But it is what it is. It's a part of the game. You never know what happens, what will happen in the GPs. You know, your car could crash or anything could happen. So it gives that element of surprise. Alright, so we're all caught up. I'm gonna boost now. We don't have DRS available just yet. We're going to keep that boost going until DRS is now available. We're going to get this DRS up this straight. See if we can pick off a few places with our guys. We're up to P9 with our Bortoleto, and we're going to get this DRS right around here with Leclerc. See if he can pick up a few places. No, he cannot. Alright, we're going to let them drive out now. Alright, some drivers are in pit. We're going to boost our Leclerc here. Empty this little power unit that he has. It was surprising though that Bortoleto and Leclerc power unit. Leclerc power unit actually ended before Bortoleto power unit did. Give support and hit this DRS. Alright. Car suffering a breakdown or running out of tires. There we go, we pick him off to cross the line. There we go. All right. So overall, a pretty okay race. We expected more from Leclerc. He didn't do the best he could there. So we might need to try and get one of those 10% drivers to switch out Leclerc and use one of those 10% drivers. I might be able to upgrade my Lance Stroll, but I'll look at that later on and see where we could go from there. All right. So that was the match. Let's jump into our next race and see what we can do in that one. Here we go for our next race on Las Vegas. Let's go. All right, so here at Las Vegas, I can never ever seems to get a good race start out of my drivers at all. So I'm just gonna go for fully speed and overtaking. We're gonna go for the fireworks to give them a little bit of race start as well. Yeah, race start is the key here. So we'll do a little bit of that. Do we want to go hards or mediums? Yeah, let's go softs. Oh man, we switched to the mediums. I wanted to keep the softs with Leclerc. Ooh, it's a real player as well. It's a perfect start for Leclerc, but they've never gotten a great start here at Las Vegas. They're always stuck just like that. Always. Always. That's why I was thinking to leave out the race start boost. They're always getting stuck here at Las Vegas at the start. They have never gotten a clean start where they just go ahead and make up some place. They're always getting stuck for some strange reason at this track. So be mindful of race start here not being as effective as it would be on some other tracks. Alright, let's attack. Let's cut down. Picking up some positions. One there. Two now. Boost up. See if we can gain any more. No, we cannot. So we're just gonna cruise down and let them drive as we want the DRS up the straight. Leclerc can possibly get 3 laps. He's going to run out of tires somewhere about there. But we might not push Leclerc that much and do a 2-stop with him. Alright. Alright, we're going to boost Bortoleto, hit that DRS, boost Leclerc, hit that DRS, and let them go flying. Picking up some places with that DRS. Look at that DRS. Awesome pickup there. Good luck too, man. Thanks. Good luck to you too, man. Ooh, we missed it with Leclerc, but we're at 29% crossing the line. So he's going to run out, but pretty close. He's going to be running out. Alright, we're just going to bring them around. What we're going to do is we're not going to be using DRS on or Leclerc this lap. We're just going to use it on Bortoleto. Or we could just use it without boosting the DRS with Leclerc. Alright, we're going to time it perfectly. Alright, now we're going to boost, hit this DRS, and let's just hit this DRS with Leclerc as well. And he's out now. P14, not too far away from the pits is or Leclerc. We're going to cut him down there. Kind of get him in a slow. Ooh, the rival going around with 0 tires. I guess the rival gave up on this race. Yeah, I guess the rival was like, yeah, Gaming with King has DRS and I don't. I guess he went for the maximum speed setup without any DRS. Yeah, we did that before in an event, and we found out that a car with the DRS is a lot better, because when you hit these long straights and you hit this DRS, your drivers are just going to be flying compared to if you didn't have the DRS. Alright, so here goes Bortoleto, trying to hold P11, but Yuki Tsunoda sneaked by him, though he picked up a place by a pit as he goes around again, lining up this DRS to boost up that back straight to pick up some place. Only if you could like keep this maximum amount of speed with the DRS, and that would have been epic for this track. Alright, we're gonna boost, hit that DRS, boost, hit that DRS. We're up to P9 with Bortoleto, and Leclerc is up to P14. Trying to squeeze 13 now. Alright, we're going around again with Leclerc. We're just winging it. He's going to run out of tires, but at least he's going to be close to the finish line. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much place from there. Alright, Bortoleto can get up to P7 at least with this DRS when we hit it on the straight. It's ready and waiting to be hit. Probably he's going to get just P8 and not get up to P7. Alright, we're going to do it now. So he should get P8 for sure. Doubt he's going to get P7. Let's hit his DRS with where Leclerc clean some air between Leclerc and P15, as he's going to lose P14 as he's going to go out of tires, but he's going to be close to the pit, to the finish line to cross in P14. Alright, so there we go. Overall, a pretty nice race there from our guys. Alright. Well, the rival did eventually go to pit. Alright, good luck, Mr. Rival. Alright, so 28 points for us there. I mean, it's a qualifying round, so I guess he was just not having it. Alright, let's take a look now at the matchups. Alright, so level 4 Bortoleto with a level 4 Hamilton. Fairly match, I would say. And he has a pretty nice car, so he didn't tune for speed. He had his car. Ooh, he also had the Aeroblade, so why didn't he use his DRS? I don't know. Let's jump into our next race. 100% wet. Yeah, so back in the day when it was a wet race, you wouldn't have 100% wet. It would be like 70 or 60% wet, and you would be going in wondering if it's gonna rain or not. So it used to bring that difference, that challenge in effect, but some people complained that it was unfair, as some drivers would have gotten a better race than others. So that's why I'm wondering why the safety car is back in the event. Alright, we're going for maximum amount of race start here. Don't care too much about the tires. We could have gone for a tire management boost and do like 4 laps, but we would turn out to do the 1 stop instead of a 2 stop. But it is what it is. All right, so we got a okay start, I would say. We picked up a few places, and now we got stuck in. You see them just locked in my Leclerc there. They just locked Leclerc in the corner there and just allowed a lot of cars on the outside to be flying by him. Leclerc now struggling, losing to P17. Guess the race start effect is wearing off, but it's for the entire lap, so it shouldn't be wearing off. Bortoleto wants to pass Leclerc here. Give Leclerc some support. Create a little bit of a distance to that Bortoleto. We're going to have Our DRS now activated. So we're going to turn and hit that DRS, turn and hit that DRS. See if we can pick up some place up the inside. There we go, looking good. Leclerc creating a little bit of a distance to his rival, the Bortoleto there. So Bortoleto is going to close back down that gap. There we go. Right, Leclerc now have Kimi Antonelli haunting him as Bortoleto passed Leclerc. 3 cars slipped by Leclerc there. Right, we're going to go around for another lap. We have a massive gap in front of Bortoleto. We're going to hit DRS there and hit DRS. Bringing our drivers to go to pit. I think everybody's going to be going into pit here. This is where the tire management boost would have come in clutch, allowing you to do a one-stop. And look at that, a safety car. A safety car. Some cars are going to be going around, and it didn't pass. The safety car didn't pass. P1 didn't pass. So we're going to go into pit here. If P1 had passed, then I would have cancelled my pit order and go around for 4 laps before I come back to pit. But a good majority of these guys did not pit. The majority of them did not pit. Only a few pit. So all of these guys who did not pit, who continued behind the safety car, they're going to be going into pit after the safety car. Yeah, they're going to be going to pit this lap, and hopefully we're right behind the safety car. By the time, hopefully we catch up to the pack. So when they're going to pit, we're just going to be flying by pit and picking up a good amount of position there. Alright. Alright, come on. Catch up, catch up, catch up. Catch up, guys. Catch up. One thing though, I think Hutch should do is make the DRS continue to recharge. Look at everybody going into pit now, and we're just going to be flying by them. They should let the DRS recharge behind the safety car. That's one thing I think they should do. While the safety car is going around, your DRS should be able to recharge. I think that would be pretty incredible. Take this DRS now. DRS. Instead of while the safety car going around, you're unable to charge your DRS. Alright, so we're gonna have to go to pit, and that's gonna create a massive pullback as everybody's gonna be right on us. Especially for Leclerc here. While we could go around with Bortoleto for another lap, Leclerc is not that lucky. And we could go around with Bortoleto for another lap. And Leclerc is going to go in and come back out dead last. Alright, let's go in with Leclerc here. Yeah, he's going to go in and come back out in last place. Boost him on in. Well, a few cars came in with Leclerc, so he got the jump on them. Bortoleto holding down P5. Boost up Leclerc and hit this DRS with him now. And we're going to hit this DRS with Bortoleto from there. Let him fly into pit. He's on his way out in P9. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. Great pit stop there from Gabriel Bortoleto. Alright, so we'll continue to push here, or Leclerc Bortoleto looking good. He's in a great position. Gonna hit that DRS around there. See if we can close down P8. Not gonna be able to make it to P8. Alright, so we're gonna be crossing the line in P9 and looks like P21. Looks like a few cars are out of tires here. And our Leclerc is trying to catch up. Not gonna get them at all. So P20, P20, P9, P20 is where we're finishing with Leclerc. Yeah, I definitely think I want to get one of those 10% drivers, either Lance Stroll or one of those drivers, one of the legendaries. I would prefer to level up Lance Stroll though, instead of buying the legendary crates. But I'll see. Alright, so Rival had a better speed setup there. More speed compared to ours. Oh, you had the power lift in there, that's why. Alright. Let's jump into our final race of the video and see where we finish. Here we go for our final race on Abu Dhabi. One of the favorite track for me this season, Abu Dhabi here. And the reason why I favor Abu Dhabi or like Abu Dhabi is the setup of the race, or the requirements for the race, is power unit and overtaking. And the Rooster Boost gives you both power unit and overtaking. Another boost as well, the couple give you cornering and power unit, but the Rooster is the main boost that gives you that power unit and overtaking. Alright. We could go for the medium and the hards and do the one stop instead of the two stop, but I'll go for the two stop. We got a perfect start with Leclerc and he slams into the middle and gets stuck. Now he's trying to pull out and make up some places. Charles Leclerc, now he's trying to pick up back some of those places, but he should have picked up like all of these places from the start of the race. Now we're going to boost back up. And he's up to P12. We could have been up to like P9 or P8 with Leclerc if he had gotten that perfect start that he claimed he had. He claimed he had a perfect start, but he didn't get that perfect start. He slammed into the back of a few cars and got stuck, I should say. Alright, so he's picking up some places where we're going to allow him to do his thing. Now we're hit this straight and hit that DRS. Hit this straight, hit that DRS. See if we can pick up some place. And look at that. We slammed into the back with Bortoleto, losing momentum to our DRS. I really think Hutch need to fix that issue. Once we're using DRS, we shouldn't be slamming into the back of cars. They should just get out and make their way, you know? Alright, we're gonna bring in these mediums now. Let's see if we hit the straight with Leclerc. Yes, we did. We hit that DRS with Bortoleto. Leclerc looks like he's gonna go out of tires. He did say 3-3, so I don't know how he's out of tires already. Oh my God, Leclerc did say 3-3, so I didn't expect him to run out of tires. Though his tire management is his weakness here. Alright, here comes Gabriel. See if he can squeeze back out in P13, that is. Alright, so we got out back in P8 with Leclerc, so pretty nice. What we're going to do with Leclerc is not use the DRS with the boost. We're just going to use DRS by itself. And that should give us a more favorable tire usage throughout the remaining laps. And with that favorable tire usage, he shouldn't run out for this final lap. Alright. Alright, looking nice. Bortoleto caught up and looking pretty good. Alright, we're going to hit this DRS, and then we're going to hit DRS with speed. Hit power unit for Bortoleto, pushing him all the way. Alright, so he's in front of Leclerc. Looking good. Alright, one final lap to pit. And we've had Leclerc just cruising, wanting his tires to make it. We're now going to go to pit for softs to finish up the race. Bortoleto, DRS, Leclerc, DRS without power unit. And so last lap he ran out Leclerc right about here. This lap we have 9% to go, right about the same spot. So perfect tire management there for Charles Leclerc on this one, making it back to pit without running out of tires. Bortoleto with enough gap so we don't stop and lose a second to Charles Leclerc. Alright, back out in P6. Bortoleto hit that DRS. Now we're going to be boosting with or Leclerc with this DRS. Alright, trying to squeeze P7 there, didn't get it. We're going to cut him down, save some of that power unit for our final lap. Let's boost Leclerc here as the car is in pit, and he got passed by AI Leclerc. I want to attack P6 and see if we can pick that up. Yes, we did. Boost or Bortoleto, and now we're going to boost or Leclerc to finish from there. Bortoleto up to P3. So beautiful race here from more drivers. Though we got a kind of a snag start, we did manage to come back and pick up a few places and made our way up to P3 and P6 here. Hence why I said this track is like one of my favorites to go on. Alright, here we go. Great overall race. Alright, the track doesn't kind of trick you or trying to steal your race start. Kind of steal your race start. Some of these tracks basically steal your race start, so it makes no sense to use like a race start boost on some of these tracks because you're just not going to get a good start. Doesn't matter if you get a perfect or a slow start. Alright, let's look at the matchup. Bortoleto and Bierman. And that was the car rival on a speed setup there. Guess he didn't change that for power unit. Alright, so that's basically going to be it for this one. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your events. And let's get qualified for the opening round. I think we should be qualified with that score overall 117. I think we should be qualified with that. Alright, so that's basically going to be it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.